Hello everyone and welcome back guys to week 6 and technically the finals of the Delta Online Racing Lamborghini Super Trofeo Cup. Obviously this is the last round that is non-invitational. Obviously the finals will only be the top 8 allowed, and looking forward to this one on the whole. We start P8, which was honestly better than I was expecting considering I actually ran my lap with engine damage. But yeah, we're ready then on the start. It is 5 lights here on the grid and it is lights out and away we go. I'll try to get a very initial getaway there, but unfortunately drop out a little bit as we make the change between second and third gear. We've actually got Wolves just in front, Matt just behind to the M25, all finally bunched back up. As we come through turn 1 though, Aerox Chris takes one of the weirdest lines I think I've ever seen through turn 1. A little bit of contact between myself and my teammate Wolves there as we both try to fight for space on the inside of Chris there, and I tried to give Wolves room on the X there up the inside of Chris as well through the next couple of corners there. We do get the run in there, but we try to get over the front of him. A little bit of contact once again there as he pushes me out a little bit wide there. But that was a good start for us. P7 up to P5 there. I forgot that obviously the safety car does effectively move up into the race lead there. So yeah, happy with that start overall as we come now through next couple of corners down the hill. And Nürburgring's a bit of a strange track for me. It's one that it's not a track that I particularly like or dislike, but it's one that, generally speaking, I have pretty decent pace around, and it's a bit strange because it doesn't really suit my style in the same way either. Now, personally, the way I like to drive is all about get the car slowed down and then accelerate through the corner. Around here, it's all about just trying to scroll off as little speed as possible through most places. Unfortunately, GTR Renault has not scrolled off enough speed through there, and that's because of us. That is going to be us up to P4. But around the Nürburgring, you've sort of got to chuck the car in and just not really, you know, sort of just throw it through the corners and just hope obviously it sticks and comes out the other side, which, yeah, as I said, doesn't really suit my style, but this track has always been one where my pace has been quite decent, considering the limited amount of practice I've done for this one. I've literally done probably at best 10 laps for this race. You know, I had a bit of gap to 9th place overall. Obviously the aim is only top 8, and obviously I had, I think, a 53-point gap there. Renault, though, look at that through turn 1. It's going to go from 80 foot back, and it's just going to absolutely launch it onto my inside. I wasn't particularly happy with that one there, but yeah, we'll continue on. Probably the less said about that, the better here, and that means now we're probably going to be on quite a defensive drive from GTR Renault as we come through the next couple of corners here, try to park the car through that next turn there, try to get nice and early on the power there, clip the curb on the inside, unfortunately out and settles the car on the exit there, and now Renault is going to have a pretty decent run. What we're going to try and do here is just defend as much as possible. I don't really want to shut off his run, but we also don't really want to give him the chance around the outside. A little bit deep through the next couple of corners there, and unfortunately Renault now is going to get the run down the hill there. He's going to be on the inside. We're going to try and squeeze him to the inside just that bit more there. A little bit of contact made it between the powers there. He does give me the room. We're going to try and hang it right the way around the outside through the next corner. Bumper to bumper. Here we go there. And Renault is just going to completely slam the door shut on the exit of the corner. The Aerox Chris thinks about going for a move but bails out of it a little bit earlier. Thank you very much to him for giving me the room on the inside there. So yeah, that's us now back down to P5 of this race there. We're still all over the back of GTR Renault as we come through the next couple of corners of this lap here, and I don't think we're going to be really able to pile on the pressure once more. And the only real thing that would happen after that in this race would be defending from Chris as we come up towards the Schumacher S, unfortunately making a little bit of a mistake, and we get the sim twitch. I think there was a tiny bit of contact there with Chris, which certainly didn't help my case. We lose the place to him and to my teammate Wolves there, and that's going to leave us down in P7 at the end of the day. Quite lucky, to be honest, that we only lost 2 places in that mess. But yeah, still P7 overall. I will take that in the first race of the night. I mean, I start a little bit higher up in the second race as well here. So yeah, quite happy with that one overall. P7 at the end of the day, lose out on a couple of points to my teammate Wolves. Low-key, I think we both wanted to end up ahead of each other in the championship at the end of the day. But P7 still is a decent showing in the opening round of the night there. Through the final corner we come. And yeah, it's Veloce races once again. It's going to be able to take them the race win. No longer Veloce races in all fairness, but yeah, Veloce races at the time of a recording there. But yeah, P7 at the end of the day, I will certainly take that one there, because it was races ahead of Roadrunner, Lawrence, Renault, Chris, Wolves, myself, Martin Flaflail, Nismo, Blackout, Sweden Pro, and then I'm not too sure where Matt finished a little bit further down at the order there at the end of the day. But yeah, I'll take that after race 1. That'll mean we start, what, P8, P9 in race 2 here. So hopefully we can have a nice, clean second race as well here as we start the race. Then P8 ready for the start of this one. Make sure I don't have any engine damage or anything like that ready for the start. Steve goes through, so obviously we drop down theoretically to P9, but obviously it is still P8 in this race. We will be going at 4 minutes on the marker here, so hopefully we can try and get off to a nice quick start here. Try to carve our way through the guys ahead of me in the early stages. But yeah, we're ready then on the grid. 10 seconds to go, just less than now. Very, very long wait for the start of this one. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and it is lights out and away we go there. Off to a really poor start, actually, relative to a lot of guys. Krakadon does not get the start that he would have wanted. I don't honestly understand how people can stall these cars, you know, from like a start like this. As we go in towards turn 1, there are a lot of contact made between a few of us there. Chris, once again, is going to cut turn 1 there, and apologies to Flufflair there, a little bit of contact, but he, you know, it just gets so bunched up. Concertina effect through turn 1, especially with the more confident guys towards the rear of the field as well. It doesn't make it any easier. Sweden Pro is going to dive it up the inside of Flufflair there. A little bit of contact made between the pair of them as we come through the next couple of corners here. We try to get a good run on the exit there, and potentially a good run on Sweden Pro. Might be able to have a look up the inside in towards the next corner there, but unfortunately not. I would accidentally blip the engine as we came through the next corner there. That was going to give me, I think it was about 4% engine damage, which is certainly not ideal there. Not really useful in this race. 4.7% from one engine blip. That was absolutely horrific by myself there, but hopefully we can continue on trying to defend for our life now, because that's basically what this race is now all going to be about here, as we're still all over the back of a Sweden Pro. But honestly, it would be a little bit of a strange race overall here. You know, I think we would move past Sweden Pro as well, but I think Veloce Racers would get past us, so we would basically be in P6 for almost the entirety of this race. You know, it was just like a mistake that let Veloce Racers through, and, you know, Sweden Pro made a mistake that let me through as well here. So yeah, a little bit of a strange race on the whole. Considering the engine damage, we actually didn't have to do a ridiculous amount of defending as we move into the final lap, though, of this race. You can see we're currently still up in P6, though. So overall, you know, P7 and P6 would almost guarantee that I make it through to the finals. Well, I can confirm to you guys now that I have made it through to the finals, and hopefully highlights of that will be coming out over the next couple of days as well. At the moment of recording this, the finals were almost a week ago now. So yeah, that goes to show how you know, how far behind I am in these races nonetheless. But yeah, on to the final lap though of sort of the main series here, in P7 overall in the championship. At the end of the day, I would certainly take that. Really happy with that, considering, you know, after race 1 we didn't really do too much practice, you know, to get both Wolves and I through. Matt unfortunately had so much bad luck this series, it's unexplainable, to be honest. So yeah, Wolves and I both through at the end of the day there. Really happy with that. But unfortunately, you know, the end of the season wouldn't quite go as well as I'd hoped. A disconnect right towards the very end. They're very annoyed with that one. Luckily, where I was on the final lap, though, I was still able to score points from that race there. So yeah, very unfortunate at the end of the day. But there we are then, guys. P7 overall in the championship. Just 1 point clear ahead of my teammate Wolves at the end of the day with that disconnect in the second round of the night. Thank you all so much for watching this series. You know, thank you all for the continued support overall on the channel as well. But yeah, hopefully I will see you guys next time for finals highlights. You know, we're up against some very quick races on the whole. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Make sure you get yourself subscribed, and I will hopefully see you guys next time at Spa.